turned into a mess. I know that I don't dare to end my search for happiness.
Happiness, directed by Todd Solondz, is a 1998 satirical comedy film that is infamous for its disturbing look at Americana, and in particular its lurid themes of suicide, sexual perversion, sexual assault, and pedophilia. The film centers around three sisters, Trish, Helen, and Joy, and their families, neighbors, and patients.
Don't feel guilty.
I don't feel anything.
Despite featuring an entirely new cast, Solondz's 2010 film, Life During Wartime, serves as a spiritual sequel, picking up several years after Happiness. Dr. Bill Maplewood is released from prison and his eldest son Billy is in college. His ex-wife Trish is seeing a man, Harvey Weiner, from Solondz's other films Welcome to the Dollhouse and Palindromes, and the youngest son Timmy prepares for his bar mitzvah. Joy is now married to Alan, the same man who preyed on her and her sister years prior.
Are you all wet? Is your pussy all wet?
Upon learning Alan has not overcome his inappropriate sexual conduct, Joy leaves him to visit Trish in Florida and Helen in California. As Alan spirals downward into depression, Joy begins seeing the ghost of Andy, her ex-boyfriend who committed suicide shortly after their breakup. A central theme of Life During Wartime is that of forgiveness, when faced with opportunities where it is impossible to forgive. Characters struggle to move on from their past as they wrestle with regrets and the inability to forgive themselves and others. These are extreme examples after all. It's not easy to forgive yourself after a loved one took their life, and it's not easy to forgive someone when they've drugged and raped you. Timmy's bar mitzvah speech is about becoming a man and centers around the theme of forgiveness from the story of Joseph. According to Timmy, to become a man, it means to forgive even when you don't want to. Believing him to have died an honorable man, Timmy initially cites his father in his speech, celebrating his supposed love for freedom and democracy. However, Timmy's worldview is shattered upon learning that his father is a convicted pedophile. In Happiness, Dr. Maplewood drugged his family and raped 2 school kids when Timmy was too little to remember. When he raped his wife, he did not touch his children, though.
I jerk off instead.
However, the emotional scars that this leaves on Timmy, and especially his older brother Billy, run deep.
I hate you.
Timmy, please forgive me. You have to understand that I just wanted to protect you.
Timmy asked Harvey if he would forgive him for punching him. This is something that he would forgive, but not easily forget, because it would be too memorable.
Like forgive and forget?
Well, like for example, say I punched you in the face. If I said I was sorry, would you forgive me?
Harvey's son Mark asks if he could forgive and forgive and not forget. When do you forget but not forgive? Timmy jumps to hypothetical extremes by bringing up terrorist attacks.
A terrorist blows up your office building. Do you still forgive?
God forbid.
What if that terrorist had a good reason?
Trish and Harvey immediately reject this question, as how could one forgive a terrorist when they are evil people who reject concepts of freedom and democracy?
Terrorists, by definition, do not have good reasons.
But what if your family were killed and tortured? Wouldn't you want to do something about it? To protect others?
Timmy, these terrorists are evil.
And cowards.
They're not like you and me.
They don't believe in freedom and democracy.
Oh, your mother's right.
Likewise, Trish does not approve of Joy's job with working with ex-convicts, having a very tough-on-crime stance, perhaps informed by the trauma of being raped by her husband.
Not all criminals and rapists are bad, Trish.
Well, I don't know what your dictionary says, but it's pretty clear in mine.
Trish's politics are touched upon throughout the film. She's a Zionist who bends her Democrat principles for a man so long as he is also Zionist.
He did vote for Bush and McCain, but only because of Israel. He knows these people are complete idiots otherwise, so don't worry. Have you ever been to Israel?
No. But it's where I want to be buried.
Oh, my God. Me too.
This is in stark contrast to Helen, who disowned Trish and went on to seemingly become a political advocate against the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, tattooed the word jihad on her arm, and prominently displayed a picture of what appears to be a Palestinian squaring off against an Israeli tank on her wall.
It's fucking idiotic.
You're right.
I mean, like, we're still a country at war.
But Timmy's point here should not be overlooked. He brings up a good point about terrorists, but don't mistake me for making apologetics for such actions. I wouldn't. But the key here is recognizing that terrorists are people, and even if we can't consider their political motivations good reasons, we must recognize their motivations are human in nature, and the radicalization stems from very bad things happening to them, including international warfare, genocide, starvation, and both external and internal exploitation.
Are you saying you would forgive the 9/11 terrorists?
Well, of course you can't forgive those terrorists. They're dead.
Where's he moving to?
Israel.
But why? Isn't it dangerous there?
What makes you think there won't be a terrorist attack here?
Timmy begs the question, do you think a pedophile is a terrorist?
Do you think a pedophile is a terrorist?
My immediate thought when he said this is the scene from Happiness when his father is gunning down random people in the park in a dream sequence. Despite having a house, a good paying job, and a loving family, Bill is clearly frustrated with the way his life is going. Unable to reach the happiness he wants for himself, and so in his wildest fantasies, he goes down a destructive path and takes others with him. Bill is a closet pedophile and initially sees his destructive fantasies necessitating his own self-destruction. He eventually pursues personal happiness at the cost of others' safety. Terrorism requires political motivation, but I would categorize Bill's mass shooting as political, and therefore a terrorist act, because it is a violent retaliation against society, and the arguably rightful stigma against pedophiles. However, I am currently lost at a direct connection between terrorism and Bill's acts of sexual violence. In Happiness, Bill Maplewood commits an unspeakable evil that is presented as unworthy of forgiveness. He is a child abuser through and through. However, in Life During Wartime, Bill wants to know if his son Billy turned out to be just like him, arguing that it is genetically recessive.
I just had to come and see that you wouldn't become me. Cases, people like me. Genetically speaking, I'm lucky. I mean, we're lucky. It's a recessive thing.
Billy incidentally is studying about bonobos, which share a large percentage of the same genetic code as humans, and how they substitute sex for aggression and engage in incest.
I've done a lot of reading on the bonobo monkey. They share like 98% of the human genetic profile, but they substitute sex for aggression and regularly engage in incest.
Billy does not turn out gay or even aggressive like his father, and his brother Timmy does not turn out to be gay either, perhaps nullifying the genetic argument that the film opens up for discussion.
Are you gay?
No.
I just ran away. Like a faggot.
Oh, Timmy, listen to me. You are not a faggot.
You fantasize stripping them, fucking them, raping them?
Not rape.
Bill does time for his actions, seeks rehabilitation and medication, but is not forgiven as there is no future for a monster like him. But the monster comes from within. He is arguably genetically wired to be a pedophile and predisposed to take his own life. The greater sin he committed is that he hurt people along the way.
Bill considered himself a great dad, a great family man, and he wanted to pursue that, but at the same time, keep this to himself, keep his little private obsession that no one knew about. But as with a lot of obsessed people, his misfortune was that he acted upon it. And it destroys his life, it destroys his family's life.
People can't help it if they're monsters.
He can't be forgiven either.
Have you asked for forgiveness?
I'm not a fool.
Forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. I mean, it's all unforgivable. I have no sympathy for you.
And only losers ask for forgiveness.
Only losers expect to get it.
I believe for better or for worse, Solondz's film, Palindromes, paints pedophiles in a more, dare I say, empathetic light. Aviva is 13 and engages in a romantic relationship with Bob, which constitutes statutory rape. The film does not do much to condemn the relationship nor condone it, and portrays it as a moral neutral, something that just happens.
I don't know you.
But you know me. You know me.
I can't know you.
But you do! You do! You do!
More Mark Weiner deals with the false allegation of child molestation and is mistaken for a pedophile, when in reality he is more on the asexual spectrum. Aviva says that she knows that he's not a pedophile because pedophiles love children. She's likely sentimental and non-judgmental towards her relationship with Bob, but Mark is not interested in children in the way that Bob is.
I'm not a pedophile.
I know. I believe you. Because pedophiles love children.
I mean, pedophilia, for example, I mean, I have no inherent interest in the subject, but as a metaphor for that which is most demonized, ostracized, feared, and loathed, it can't be. And it's not about, and what that says about the limits of our ability to embrace or accept who we are as humanity, quote unquote, the way in which we have both the capability for kindness and how it wages its battle against our capability for cruelty or evil, is a constant moral quandary that we live through every day.
In Life During Wartime, Mark moves to Florida and his father follows so that he is not misinterpreted, as he was in Palindromes.
So when he moved down here, I wanted to be near him, help him adjust, make sure that he doesn't get misinterpreted.
However, his father soon finds himself to be the one misinterpreted, as a simple affectionate shoulder touch and a hug towards a distraught Timmy is mistaken for a pedophilic embrace.
You're touching me.
Timmy, I know where you're coming from, but I want you to know. Oh my God. Oh, you poor kid. Come here.
However, Trish did say that all it takes is a simple touch. And after all, these kinds of touches can indeed be considered sexual affection too.
Well, it's like when Harvey touched me for the first time on the elbow. That's all it takes is a touch. Just a touch can be enough.
You mean if a man just touches me?
No man should ever touch you.
But what if he does? Or by accident?
You scream.
However, deep down, Timmy knows that he overreacted, and it's his duty as a man to forgive, even if he doesn't want to. And it's also his duty to seek forgiveness.
I'm sorry I made a mistake. I mean, even if your dad is a pedophile, he should be allowed to get married.
He's not a pedophile.
Yeah, but even if he is...
He's not.
But then this begs a question for me. Should we forgive terrorists and pedophiles, those who do unforgivable things? Now, I was raped as a kid. Forgetting didn't help. And I'm not sure that forgiveness will.
He wasn't a pedophile either. He wasn't. He wasn't. I'm sorry I freaked out.
An eye for an eye.
Then comes forgiveness.